Oh, say does.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. On Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then Sunday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns. Before we get started, we've got just enough time to head over to the sideline. Allie?
Well, Anthony Davis grew up in Chicago during the Jordan years, so is that why he wears number 23? He said, quote, "I wore number 3 in grade school. In high school, I asked for that number. Coach said, 'You'll get whatever I give you out of this bag.' He grabbed out a jersey and threw it to me, and it was number 23. Guys, AD said, that'll work."
No doubt. Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Some teams find it easier to hit the ground running when the season starts. Others, not so much. Doris, how come it takes so long for some squads to get in the so-called mid-season form?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's about the personnel. Is somebody coming off an injury? How many new additions do you have? Is the coaching staff new? Different teams have different attitudes when it comes to the early part of the schedule. But for several, this is sort of an extended preseason, working things out.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Nicholas Batum out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with LeBron James. Anthony Davis is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reeves in at shooting guard. And finished off by Davis.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's George. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Reeves. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Pass to Russell. Now here's Davis. He's guarded by Zubac. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Russell.
And Davis just has the physicality to own the paint. Defenses just can't do much to stop him down low.
Stolen by Davis. James outside. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Davis. Batum pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Westbrook. Leonard with the ball. Batum with a screen on Vanderbilt. Batum outside. Takes the 3. That shot missing. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's Reeves. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Down low. And he stepped on the line, so they turn it over. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Number 5 is Ivica Zubac.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook draws the double. Here's Zubac. Good work defensively by James. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
One of the things you've watched in the evolution of Jared Vanderbilt's NBA career, starting to get more regular playing time, understanding the strengths, getting to the glass has been a key part of what he has done.
Shot clock at 5. And again, the Lakers, no good. For San Diego, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. George with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Back to George. From deep. Rebound, the Lakers. And when you look at Jared Vanderbilt, Doris, how dominant.
The Hornets making their grand entrance earlier. Looking good. Confident they can get the job done in front of their home crowd. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K. And at this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are maneuvering their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Especially the younger teams. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Miller. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Jones looking for an opening. Valanciunas dishes to McCollum. Back to Valanciunas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Going to the line, shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Valanciunas hits them both. Greg, last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 years.
Always a tough decision, and this is a critical time for Charlotte. They've got a tremendous young core. They think their time is now, and they want to make a bold move with the new hire.
McCollum outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Miller finds Bridges. The kick out to Rozier. Down low. Here's Williams. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
First team foul. At the line for your Hornets, Mark Williams. At the line for 1.
That's good from Williams.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
And Valanciunas kicks to Jones. Valanciunas with a screen on Rozier. Here's Jones. No good on the shot. Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Steps back, and here's Miller outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series, they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year, things will be different.
Left side, Ball. There's the lob to Bridges. Jones with it. 9 points last game. It's McCollum on the wing. Williamson with a screen for McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And what touch from the big man. I like watching Williamson get interior positioning and attack with purpose.
Here's Williams trying to get open as Miller. Rejected by Ingram. Williamson looking it over. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Physical play from Zion, going right through the contact and getting the bucket.
Williams sets a screen for Ball. Here's Rozier. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. Cullen passes to Valanciunas. Over Williams. No good from Valanciunas. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Ball. Last game, 26 points. Passes it to Rozier. On the wing, Miller. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target. Miller's got 5 points so far.
About as easy an assist as you could have that time for Rozier.
Williamson against Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
And both free throws good for Williamson. So for New Orleans right now, you've got Brandon Ingram. Zion Williamson is out there with Larry Nance. And it's Murphy in at the 3 slot. And that one's good. Richard.
Setting his team made up nicely out of the 2-man game that time. Ball provides style and substance with his brilliant playmaking. Here's Alvarado. And he uses the glass on the layup. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Bridges outside for 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Bridges sets the screen for Ball to the paint. And there's Bridges on the assist by Ball. And that's now 7 points for Miles Bridges. Williamson outside. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Ball feeling it out a bit. To the middle, it's stolen by Nance. Here's Alvarado. Williamson outside. Pass to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, no question about it. Ingram is in the zone right now, having no trouble getting and hitting his shots.
Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. Count it.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
There's the pass to Murphy. When you look at NBA salary numbers, Clark, some rosters are only guys on the max or the minimum, one or the other. What happened? What happened to the middle salary?
Yeah, it just kind of went away a little bit, Kevin. Well, when you have enough stars on your team, they take up the whole pie, and really they deserve it. But I think you got to have role players, too, who are willing to take a little less, the crumbs, so to speak. But when you're talking seven figures, crumbs is probably a misnomer.
Pass to Hayward. 4 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. New Orleans gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Brandon Ingram.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Ball kicks to Rozier. Bridges a screen on Ingram. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Bridges misses. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And great. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Clark.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Great to hear Skylar Cole singing the national anthem before today's contest.
There you go again, putting on your own.
If you're looking for a party this Saturday night, we're bringing you one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Allie, take it away.
The Mavericks last season traded away Kristaps Porzingis. Can they find a new number 2? Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "We'll see. It could be we'll have no second scorer, just guys that play roles at a high level. And you see teams win championships that way, too. I have to put guys in position to be successful and find a way to win." Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who is out for the evening.
And it feels really early to be already missing players from the lineup. How these teams respond will impact the outcome of this game.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Desmond Bane is out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Kennard in at small forward. And for Dallas, Grant Williams out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Holmes in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Now Irving. Outside Hardaway. From 13. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Bane finds Kennard. Smart outside. Pass to Jackson. Up and over Hardaway. And there's Jackson on the assist from Smart. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Bane against Irving. Outside Bane. Smart outside. Kennard has the open look. Offensive board. Adams. First shot won't go. And here's Dallas. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Now here's Jackson, coming off a terrific game against Houston. Leaner from distance. Kennard can't get it to go.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leaner?
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Here's Smart. 8 points in his last time out. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bane. Jackson with a screen on Irving. Here's Bane with the drive. Here's Jackson. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaron Sr., in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berrys, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Now here's Doncic. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
When you watch Luka play, you can't forget he's 6'7". He can more than hold his own inside.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. He'll take possessions like that one all day.
Doncic against Smart. Pass to Bane. Jackson with a screen on Irving. From deep, Bane. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Outside, Williams. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Smart outside. To the middle. It's stolen by Irving. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming.
One of the most creative guards that we've ever seen. Irving is just so unpredictable with the ball in his hands. In a league with the most skilled athletes in the world, Kyrie Irving just stands out. He can do anything with his handle, and he has every finish around the hoop.
First one falls for him. Talking about Kyrie, I'll put you on the spot here, Richard. Is he the most skilled current NBA player?
Yes, without a doubt. He is the most skilled current NBA player, and it's really him and then everyone else because it's the efficiency in which he can do it. And you did put me on the spot. Obviously, Steph has handles and a shot. The Beard can do some crazy stuff also, but Kyrie is my tops.
And with every new NBA season, Grant, it's always fun to see which players have a breakout year.
And B.A., it seems like guys always have breakout years. Usually we see it with the younger players, but sometimes it's with guys who've been in the league and are now in new situations. Last year, we saw breakout seasons for Darius Garland, Jordan Poole, and Tyrese Maxey, just to name a few.
Hardaway against Kennard. Outside Bane. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Holmes. The Mavericks leading. For 3, Hardaway. And it's Bane with the rebound. Kennard against Hardaway. Pass to Adams. Now Bane. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Smart with a bucket.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far. Outside Irving. Holmes, a screen on Bane. Irving for 3. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
The playmaking ability of Kyrie Irving. This man just excels at finding ways to get the ball to his guys.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Smart passes to Adams. Takes a 3. And Kennard with the 3. And this game is tied up now.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Irving. Banked it in off the glass.
This man is a 3-level scorer. And this level, by the rim, there is nobody like Kyrie Irving and that touch he has.
Smart finds Adams. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. Kennard's got 6 points.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Holmes, a screen on Payne. Irving with it. He's picked up by Adams. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
He may give up a little side.
On the court for Memphis, we've got Marcus Smart. Xavier Tillman is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Josh Christopher. Green in the post. 9 points in his last outing. The kick out to Williams. To the right side. For three, Hardy. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Tillman's got 6 rebounds in the game. Smart outside. Tillman in the post. Green covering. And the basket by Tillman. Tillman's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Hardy. Fifth half.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Smart outside. Pass to Christopher. 1:49 left in the first half of basketball. Tries a 10-footer, and it's Memphis with another.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Curry, a screen on Smart. Now here's Williams. Last game for him, he picked up 13. To the wing, right side. Holmes passes to Green. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardy. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark with it. Pass to Christopher. 1:02 left in the first half of this game. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Belong to the Grizzlies.
Eight seconds left to play in the first half. Christopher misses.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Greetings, everybody. We love exciting, and this game is delivered as we've seen 2 top players battling mano a mano.
Well, this is what I like to see. None of this is mamby-pamby little man play. I want to see the big guys battle it out.
Same here, big fella. Enough small ball. Let's move some furniture, and let's have you stop saying namby-pamby. And now we look back at the first half. Guys, some adjustments needed for the Memphis Grizzlies.
The rebounding has kept them in the game, preventing second chance opportunities on one end, creating them on the other.
They've been the more physical team, that's for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah, they
On the floor for the visiting team. At power forward, John Collins. At point guard, Colin Sexton. At the other guard position, Jordan Clarkson. At center, Walker Kessler. At the other forward position, Lowry Markkinen.
Here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talent. The rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Lowry Markkinen is out there with John Collins. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Sexton. Ingram kicks to McCollum. Pass to Williamson. Over Collins. Jones against Clarkson. The pass to Sexton. For New Orleans, they have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And while it took Brandon Ingram some time, he has really turned into an incredible player.
Well, he's an amazing scorer. He's adding that ability to pass the ball and see the floor. So often you hear about players talking about the game slowing down. Well, for Ingram, it's getting to a snail's pace.
Marshall, he's checked in for New Orleans. Pass to Abaji. Back to Collins. Pass to Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Utah. Olenek the pass to Abaji. Trains the three-pointer.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pass to Alvarado. Nance sets a screen for Marshall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Kelly Olynyk.
That one on Olynyk.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for your Pelicans, Naji Marshall.
Take a break.
At the line for 2.
That's good for Marshall. Horton Tucker's checked in for the Jazz. Marshall hits them both.
Well, there's been some interesting moves in the Bayou, and this team has set up a roster that I think has some great potential. There's a lot of talent, a lot of interesting players that are on this roster, and I'm excited for them.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Out to the right wing. Alvarado passes to Daniels. The pass to Alvarado. And again, New Orleans has no luck. You definitely saw New Orleans making calculated moves, Brent, in the draft.
Yeah, there's some perfect fits alongside what a healthy Zion Williamson will bring to the court. And so if he's in there making that impact, there's a lot of complementary skill sets on this roster that will elevate them to being much more competitive sooner than you think.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Done outside. Passes it to Abaji. Pass to Hendricks. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Alvarado. Dunn covering. Now, here's Marshall. There's the dish to Nance. Shoots from the right block. The shot missing. Utah leading by 16. Kicks to Dunn. They set the screen. No good on that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Daniels dishes to Nance. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Marshall to end the cold streak. Bangs home the trifecta. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. They give him a good open look from the perimeter.
The pass to Hendricks. Poke loose.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Marshall. He started closer. Passes to Alvarado. He kicks it to Daniels. Misses the three. Utah shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Outside Murphy. The rebound by the Jams.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Pass to Marshall. To the right side. Pass to Murphy. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Just 5 on the clock. And Marshall kicks to Daniels. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Utah leading by 18. Dunn passes to Olynyk. Inside. Here's Abaji. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Alvarado passes to Nance. Kicks to Daniels. Shot to stop the run. Abaji pulls it in. And there's the pass to Hendricks. Offline with his three. And so it's Utah controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action in just a minute.
Pelican fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pelicans.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
You've got Brandon Ingram, Williamson out there with C.J. McCollum, and it's Daniels in at shooting guard. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Collins finds Sexton. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Cullen passes to Ingram. 5 on the clock. Over Markkanen.
Markkanen putting some work in on the defensive end, just outworking the shooter and closing out.
McCollum against Sexton. This one for 3. Markkanen pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Sexton finds Markkanen. Poked away. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Monday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. Outside, Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And counted. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
At 6'10", John Collins getting more and more used to the physical rigors of a big man in the NBA.
And Collins is shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
On the free throw, no good. For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games, Greg, in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough, a few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative. Let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
Bombed up there for Collins. Murphy with the steal. McCollum outside. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Ingram.
Well, Brandon Ingram is so long, and that's what we could say to the ball. So long.
Williamson finds McCollum. Back to Williamson. Rebounded by the Jazz. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, it showed up.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Sexton. Covered by Williamson. And they pick up 2. 5 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
McCollum outside. Pocket 6. Off target from three-point range.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Collins finds Markkanen. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
To the paint. Here's Williamson. That fall. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Utah leading by 14. Here's Horton Tucker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. McCollum outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get his shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shots. So often, it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league, and who compliments you along the way. So to me, it comes with a great deal of patience to let that player achieve that level of success.
CJ McCollum, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
C.J. McCollum, really one of the more unique scorers in the league, and it has a lot to do with the peanut butter smoothness he has, handling the ball, being on great balance, and being one step ahead of the defense.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Collins dishes to Clarkson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, you look at the way he can get off his shot.
Personal foul.
When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
And that one falls for Ingram. A creator indeed. And the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a
Here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Played in with a nice touch on the glass. Sexton's got 6 points.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
McCollum with the bounce pass, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Williamson.
Love Zion's grit and determination. Nothing about his NBA story has been easy to this point, but he hasn't let that stop him from trying to get out here and continuing to dominate.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New Orleans on top, up by 2.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
They've each been fantastic tonight, playing with fire, doing just about everything. Lots of pressure on these two in the second half.
I remember being the guy on a given night. Well, for me, it was all nights.
And getting to that first half, C.J. McCollum was just flat out awesome.
Getting all he can eat offensively, and the opposition are pulling their hair out trying to slow him down.
And if he keeps it up in the second half, before long, all his hair is going to look like ours.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, C.J. McCollum. They've got Sexton. Clarkson is out there with Lowry Markkinen. And Horton Tucker in at the 2-guard spot.
And a testament to Clarkson's aggressive mindset. He hunts for opportunity.